I'm Effie, and this is What Effie Reads, although I suppose today it's more appropriate to say what Effie will read, because today's video is going to be my August TBR for the Magical Readathon. So the Magical Readathon is an incredible and quite in-depth, although very easy to participate in, readathon that has been created by G over a book roast, and essentially you create this character where you're almost role-playing as them as they're going through a magical academy, and there's all different courses that your character can take to get different careers. But I'll attempt to link the playlist that G's created all about this readathon in the description down below if you want to go check it out. But for now, I'm going to get into character and tell you what books I'm going to be reading this month. So my character's name is Adesi, and they're currently studying to be a moon warden, which for this semester means that they need to read 6 books to complete all of their courses. This is not going to work with the fangs in, is it? Well, it was fun whilst the fangs lasted, I guess. As I was saying, they need to complete 6 books to complete all of their courses. The 6 prompts are: read a book with Earth in the title, read a book which contains a word from the last song that you listen to, start a book before bed, read a comic, graphic novel or manga, read one of the oldest books on your TBR, and read a book from an already finished series. In true me fashion, these books are not in the order that I've just said the prompts, but let's run through the 6 books that are going to be on my TBR for August. So first up we have Slay by Brittany Morris. This is a ARC edition that I won from my local Waterstones ages ago, but I've actually had a copy for even longer because my best friend Shannon bought me an ebook edition, I think after she'd read it and really enjoyed it. So with it being an ARC edition, there's not much of a blurb on the back. I think the basic concept is that a black teenager creates a video game that uses historical black figures and is also dealing with social commentary. I'm not 100% sure, but it is something that I'm quite interested in and for whatever reason haven't picked up yet. For a graphic novel, manga or comic, I'm going to read The Heartstopper Yearbook. I've really enjoyed what I've read so far of the Heartstopper series, what I've read being volumes 1 to 4. Love them so much. They're a series about 2 teen boys. One is gay and one is bisexual. It's a little bit of a coming of age meets coming out kind of story, but it goes deeper than just being such a cute romance. I'm not 100% sure what the Heartstopper Yearbook is. I think it's just kind of fun little snippets from the Heartstopper world rather than being any more of like a continuation. But I've been putting it off, I think partially because I'm just so desperate for volume 5, which we now know is coming later this year. So I think I'm going to dive into it in the month of August. For the next prompt, which is start a book before bed, I kind of saw it as a free choice prompt because, to be honest, you can kind of just pick up any book and it's going to count for this prompt because it's not difficult to start a book by reading just 1 page before going to bed. So I went for a book that has been intriguing me since I first heard about it, and even more so since I got my hands on a copy, and that is Shanghai Immortal by A.Y. Chow. I don't know too much about it beyond the fact that it features a character who is half fox spirit and half vampire, and those are two of the mythological beings that are my absolute favourite. I think if someone said 3 favourite mythological beings, I would say fox spirit, vampire, and selkies. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad, and I'm very excited to dive into it. For the prompt of read from an already finished series, I think this series is finished. Google seems to tell me it is a completed series. But I'm going to be diving into The Grace of Kings. I believe it's a sci-fi fantasy reimagining of the Han Dynasty in China. Not 100% sure. I've read maybe 100 to 200 pages of this book in the past and really enjoyed it. But it was a lot. Like, there's a lot of characters, a lot of things being established. So it was a little difficult to follow, and I think honestly I was a bit intimidated by the length. But I'm in such a mood for it now. I think I'm in a mood for like really detailed, involved fantasy / science fiction. I'm not sure quite where this falls on the spectrum, so hopefully I'll actually finish it in the month of August. For a book with Earth in the title, I was somewhat limited with my choices there, but in the end I've gone for On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. Again, this is one that I don't know too much about. I've heard amazing things about it, but I think it's a sort of book long length letter from a mother to her son who can't read. But I don't know beyond that. Like I say, I've heard amazing things about it though. And the final book on my TBR is The Upper World by Femi Fadugba. I am so sorry if I've mispronounced that. I remember literally nothing. Oh, this is falling off my head. I remember literally nothing about this book from when I first bought it, so I'm just going to read the blurb. One glimpse of a terrifying future, one chance to change everything. After suffering a knock to the head, 15-year-old Esso experiences a chilling vision. That night, he will witness the violent deaths of everyone he knows. He writes it off as a strange dream, until a series of frightening coincidences prove that the vision is just hours away from coming true. There is only one person who can help him rewrite the future. The trouble is, she hasn't been born yet. Ooh, sounds really fascinating. And apparently it's got some bonus extra content, which I'm all down for that. So before this completely falls off my head, I am just going to say kind of goodbye for now. I know this has been somewhat of a short and sweet TBR. But let me know any thoughts about these books in the comments down below. And until next time, love you. Bye.